The everyday things I wish I knew before my trip to France. Thinking of embarking on a journey to the enchanting streets of Paris, France? It is a dream many travelers share, including myself. We are drawn to its rich history, captivating culture, and iconic landmarks. However, amidst the allure of this picturesque country lie some nuances and everyday intricacies that often don't get included in guidebooks or even online research that I wanted to share with you all. I'll delve into the everyday things that I came across while in France that escaped the spotlight but hold the potential to significantly enhance or complicate your experience. I'll go over some dining and hotel issues as well as transportation insights and advice to avoid common pitfalls. My aim is giving you some things to think about before you head on your adventure to France. Let's kick things off with a couple dining issues that might surprise you. First up, forget about ice in your drinks. Drinks such as water or cola are served chill, but there is no ice. And speaking of cola, Coca-Cola seemed to be the soda of choice in France. But don't go searching for Diet Coke. It's all about Coke Zero here, along with regular Coke. For me, the hardest thing about breakfast was coffee. There was not an option for a non-dairy coffee creamer. Coffee is served black, and you have the choice to add milk or chocolate. Eventually, I did get used to adding in just a little milk with maybe just a little more chocolate. Croissants are to die for. No complaints for me on that subject. Most hotels serve a continental breakfast, generally the same price, 17 to 20 euros, as a cafe that you can find up a block or two from your hotel. It's up to you if you want to have a little bit more choice of food at the hotel or be served at a cafe. If you need a recharge of your batteries with something American, there are some American fast food places in Paris. We came across a few, such as Five Guys, McDonald's, Subway, and Starbucks. Menus are somewhat different, and the food does not taste quite the same though. Speaking of McDonald's, in France, they have gone to totally a kiosk ordering system. No going up to a counter now to place an order. Have a working credit card with you. You take a numbered table topper from the kiosk for your table that you have entered into the system when you place your order, and then someone brings it out to your table. If you eat in the restaurant, the fries and drink are in a plastic type container. When you finish and go to leave, you must separate paper from the washable plastic containers. Hotels. Now, let's talk about those hotels. Those pillows. Well, they tend to be on the very thin side. So my recommendation when booking your room online, remember to request extras. And here's another heads up. No washcloths, just hand and bath towels. Don't forget to pack your own. Also, showers tend to be a plastic raised platform with a partial glass panel. Be prepared for the soaked floor of the bathroom. Another thing, you must have your room door key to use to turn on the lights inside the room. The controller for it is located on the wall, usually right next to the door. I can't state this strongly enough. Research the hotels carefully and thoroughly. We stayed in the Saint-Germain Latin Quarter of Paris, and there was a wide range of styles of rooms. You can find hotels that have rooms only big enough for a bed, to paying extra to have a decent sized room with your own bathroom. You will have to read the room descriptions carefully. Be aware, elevators are usually only big enough for 2 people and 2 pieces of luggage. Thinking of a grocery store? There are very small street corner markets, and then there are large supermarkets. If you need to go to the grocery stores, do some research before you go out. You got your small street corner markets that have very limited stock on hand and larger supermarkets. Here's the twist. If you're picking up fresh produce, you'll need to weigh it first to get a checkout slip. Who knew grocery shopping could be an adventure, right? Numbering above and below ground for hotels and underground parking. Ground level is 0, not lobby. And the next floors up are positive numbers. Anything below ground level or 0 is a negative number. Underground parking spaces and car rental kiosks. They are extremely tight, small spaces for turning corners and getting into a parking space. If you don't have one of those small European cars, be prepared that there will be a lot of adjusting to be made and can take up some time. Have a working credit card with you for the parking. Now on to touring. Be aware that there are long lines to wait in if you don't pre-purchase skip the line tickets through TripAdvisor, Viator, or through the venue you are visiting. These skip the line tickets may also come with a tour guide or an audio tour. We found both to be very helpful, not only in cutting down on the wait time, but also for navigating around. There are a major number of stairs going in and out of the underground metro stations. Some of the bigger ones may have an escalator. The metro was very efficient in getting around the city. There is also the option of buses and taxis. Make sure you get a taxi at a designated stand. They will have an official sign on top of the car. Onto the Arc de Triomphe. There is an underground entrance to get to the Arc. You do not need to try and cross 12 lanes of traffic. Also, there is an elevator big enough for 1 to 2 people for those who cannot climb the stairs to get to the top. You must ask where it is to find it. We went to Normandy and Mont Saint-Michel at the beginning of May, and it was still cold and very windy along the coast. Bring a decent jacket to keep warm if you visit these marvels. Car rentals and driving. The speed on the highways can drop very suddenly. If you aren't aware of it and speed through the change, you will receive a ticket from France once you arrive back home. If you do receive one, it is relatively easy to pay online. There is an English section that walks you through the process. Pumping your own gas is very difficult and frustrating if you don't know how to use French gas pumps. It might be more expensive, but it's less of a headache to pay the rental car to fill the car up when you return it. Now, for my big beware. Be aware of your surroundings. As in any big city, Paris has its share of scammers, tricksters, and pickpocketers. Before leaving, do your research on the type of scams or tricks popular at the time. Pickpocketers love to be on crowded metros and trams and do work in tandem with one distracting and the other one doing the picking. I didn't really run into many problems except for one time. On my last day in Paris, I was on the tram at the airport and 2 young girls stood between my husband and me. One girl pretended to not understand the signs and asked me about it while the other one unzipped a pocket on my crossbody purse that I didn't even feel. My husband saw her and yelled. Luckily, all she got was a used tissue. Please do your homework and find the right type carrying article to help keep your valuables safe while you are walking around. As you venture into the depths of your French escapade, armed with these newfound insights, you'll find yourself better equipped to navigate the nuances of everyday life in this captivating, beautiful country. From savoring that café au lait at a charming street cafe to deciphering the intricacies of French hotel accommodations, your journey will undoubtedly be enriched by your preparedness. And while Parisian scammers might lurk in the shadows, with awareness comes empowerment, enabling you to safeguard your memories from potential pitfalls. As you explore the historic alleyways, savor the culinary delights, and marvel at the architectural wonders, May these everyday insights serve as your compass, ensuring that your trip to France becomes not just a collection of experiences, but a tapestry of cherished memories. Until next time.